really ticks me off.
Well, you don't have it on Synergy, do you?
I put it in the event. Yeah, I put the link in the event too because I found that works. So, but anyway, we'll get going here. Sorry guys for again another link issue. I don't know what is the wrong with my email, but we will figure that out. But anyway, thanks for joining for our system sessions today. We're going to cover a little bit about LinkedIn. I know a lot of you as agents have asked me to do a class like this because some of you have been unfamiliar with, kind of the purpose of LinkedIn and what LinkedIn is versus like Facebook or Instagram. So I just wanted to kind of do a general overview of how I use LinkedIn and what LinkedIn is as a platform. So before I start going through some of my LinkedIn and what the benefits are, I just wanted to touch on why people use LinkedIn. So other than it being a great place to tap into like the job market or look up businesses or employees, for anybody that might be looking for a job, that is one benefit of LinkedIn. It's a great place to come and do job searches or find employees or do researches on companies that you might be interested in. But since we're already in our jobs and our industries, here's some other reasons why I use LinkedIn. So you can do a lot with LinkedIn as far as building your own personal brand. So as far as social media is concerned, we spend a lot of time talking about building your personal brand and marketing yourself. This is a great place, a great platform, social media wise, to do that because it's all professional based. So when I say professional based, I'm talking about things like it's a great place to house a resume. It's a great place to showcase your skills. It's a great place for other people to endorse your skills, which I'll show you in a minute what that means. It's a great place for networking. So it's just a really professional platform, which is why I really enjoy it here as, in my field, all of our fields and in our industry, it's a great opportunity professionally. Another benefit is when you have a LinkedIn profile, it ranks you higher on a Google feed. So for example, when you have a LinkedIn like I do, and you were to go to Google and Google just your name, you can see like I did this for an example. So the first thing that comes up is like my Remax thing. But if you scroll down past the Banks, because my last name is Banks, you will see the second thing on Google is my LinkedIn profile. Google really likes LinkedIn and what the features are of LinkedIn. So if you have a LinkedIn profile and people are looking for you online as a real estate agent, it will be one of the top things that pops up on Google. So that's another great benefit of having a LinkedIn is it just bumps you up on that Google search feed. So a couple more things. It kind of maintains your Rolodex of clients or vendors or, just anybody professionally. So instead of like picking tons of business cards up when you're networking and out and about, you can go on LinkedIn and probably find a lot of the professional people that you typically network with, some of your clientele even. And so it's just a really great place to kind of keep all of your business card contacts in one place. I know personally when I go out and I network, maybe attend socials or things like that, I will bring up my LinkedIn on my phone, which I don't know if you guys will be able to see it very well, but I'll bring up my LinkedIn on my phone, and up at this search bar up here in this corner, it has a QR code. And I will just bring up my QR code when I am networking, and I will let other people just kind of scan my LinkedIn into their LinkedIn, and we become friends that way. So it's just a really easy feature if you're out networking, or maybe you're out networking and you run out of business cards, something like that. I just pull up my LinkedIn as well if I want to connect with somebody, or, if I'm building relationships that way. So it kind of makes it a little easy. You can keep up to date with your industry really well on LinkedIn. So you will have the option to get lots of news as far as what your industry is doing, and especially if you follow, your own company, organization, Remax corporate, things like that. You'll get a lot of great news, and you'll also get a lot of great training opportunities. So another great thing about LinkedIn, because it's such a professional platform. The platform itself, the people behind it spend a lot of time doing courses, and they design these courses so you can up your skill level or your endorsements of things. And you can come in here, and I think most of them are fairly free. Some of them might cost a little bit of money depending on the subject content, but you can definitely go into their learning library or their courses right here on your homepage and try to find stuff to watch and help you endorse your own skills or your own education that way. So I really love LinkedIn for that purpose. I think it's a really cool feature. I've actually learned a lot about things like Excel or Microsoft Word or DocuSign, even just from doing small courses through LinkedIn. So it's a really great place that houses a lot of information for you as a professional. So I already told you it's a great place for networking. You can come in here, and just like Facebook, you have a news feed. And again, a lot of these, you can see Fran Campbell's team here. A lot of it's just typical marketing that you see even on Facebook, videos, anything like that. So you can come in and like, comment, share. You can send it to specific people. And interact just like you do on Facebook. So it's a great place for networking, building relationships, expanding your sphere, and things like that. So, and I've already mentioned, it's a great place for endorsements or testimonials. Again, I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But if you get testimonials or endorsements, I always tell agents when I'm talking about LinkedIn that you want to think about LinkedIn as just a huge online resume for yourself. So the more people that are giving you testimonials or endorsement on skills or sharing your things or viewing your profile, those are all really great things professionally. Just helps leverage you up and gets you more exposure. And lastly, another cool feature that I love about LinkedIn is, as you can see on my screen, you can physically see how many people are kind of viewing your profile, if they're watching, your posts, and kind of interacting with those people as well. You can click on, who viewed your profile in the last 90 days and kind of see some people that may have been looking at you online and give you the option to connect with those people. So I really like that feature as well. Again, it gives you the opportunity to extend those relationships and leverage that. So it's pretty neat. So that's just some things that I wrote down that I wanted to share with you guys before I started kind of going through the platform. I use LinkedIn not an awful lot. I'm probably in my LinkedIn about once or twice a week, really. I do post a lot of the stuff that I do for the podcast, cross-platform. So I'll post a lot of our Grow, Thrive, Inspire podcast stuff on my own personal LinkedIn or specific industry news with, the market or real estate in general. And I also come in, and if you follow me on LinkedIn, like most of you do, I know Jean, I follow you, Amber, Ron Dodge, any of you guys, like if I see, a good video that you guys do, like Amber down there, or a good article that you've shared, I'll help share that as well. So I just kind of endorse you guys in the background also. So some things about LinkedIn. When you log in, this is kind of your landing page, your home page, much like Facebook. Up here, you have a home button, a network button, jobs if you're looking for jobs, which I hope none of you are. Messaging, which is also down here. You have a little spot down here for messaging, just like Facebook, and notifications. So if people are interacting with you, you'll get notifications just like Facebook. You can do posts as well, much like Facebook. You can do pictures, videos. You can even write blogs. You can create a poll or share that you're hiring. You can offer help, different things like that, celebrate an occasion. You can also make sure that people, anyone can comment or other people. You can restrict it, if you don't want people commenting on your post. So again, a lot of similar functionality as Facebook. And you can just come in here and mess around as you're creating posts. It should let you do almost everything that you post on Facebook via LinkedIn as well. I will say that when you do posts on LinkedIn, as you can see over here in the corner, lots of recent hashtags, followed hashtags that are really popular, and even some groups. Hashtagging is where it's at as far as what platform to hashtag on. LinkedIn is probably the top one as far as where you want to do hashtags at, and how those work. The great thing about hashtags in LinkedIn is, like you can see over here, you can follow specific hashtags as well. You can create your own different things like that. So if you find yourself using a lot of hashtags, you can follow those, and they're kind of you can go specifically into those hashtags. For example, if I click on this one, co-working, and you can see other people's posts that have hashtagged, and much like Facebook, just get a whole feed of what people are using that specific hashtag for. So hashtagging is really big on LinkedIn, like I said. So be sure that if you're posting, play around with those hashtags. Hashtag as much as you can, put as many of them as you can in with your posts. And you'll get a lot more feedback and a lot more people following and engaging with your posts, because a lot of people on LinkedIn will follow those hashtags. Does that make sense? So any questions so far? Okay, great. A couple other things that I want to show you guys. Again, you have some LinkedIn news. Now, much like other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, this is all going to syndicate to you depending on what you're following when you initially set up your LinkedIn. So personally, I follow almost anything real estate related. I do a lot of, just news in general. And I like to follow some of my own favorite companies or my own favorite CEOs. Like you can see Gary Vee is one of mine. I think Simon Shrink here, he's another one of mine. So again, it's a great place to connect with top CEOs. I know I follow like Adam Contos too from Remax Corporate, different things like that. And depending on what you're following or what content that you're looking at, much like Facebook, it will syndicate over to you just, top related news that you are interested in based off of your search results or what you're doing interacting wise on this platform. So this is just kind of my news feed, and you can always show more. And this is just, top things that may be happening online. And then we also have today's most viewed courses. So a lot of really great courses that are going on that a lot of people have found on this platform and that are really popular. You can again show more in the LinkedIn Learning. And so, like I said, it offers you a trial. Some of these are free though, so I would just come in here and mess around. And you can also search, if you're looking for specific skills or subjects or softwares, if I wanted to come in and maybe do like Excel, I can type in Excel and it will give me all kinds of courses on Excel that I could take and look at to educate myself. So that's kind of where that learning library is. It'll pop you into a different tab. It's a lot like our Remax University. So it really gives you a lot of great options. If you have some downtime, I would highly recommend coming in, taking a look at some of these courses. They're not very long either. They try to keep them, short and condensed depending on the topic. And it's pretty neat. So I really enjoy that. Some other things down here, if you are, job looking or have people that are job looking, it'll tell you, some local places or some places depending on your skill sets and endorsements that are hiring. And then finally down below, you can add people to your feed. So if I wanted to follow like Tim Tebow, Kevin O'Leary, or CNN, I can add those as other pages, much like Facebook, that I'm following and that I'm interested in seeing what they're bringing to their own platforms. And then, so like that's kind of basically your homepage here. You can search for people, groups, things like that as well, much like Facebook. And then over here is kind of just how you get to your profile. So I just come over here and click on my name. And as you can see, it pops you into your profile. So again, guys, when you're thinking about a LinkedIn profile, I will want you guys to think about the professionalism behind it, the resume, the skills, the endorsements, and things that are going to make your value proposition come to light to your clients or people that are following you, your sphere. So as you can see, I just kind of have a Remax background, my profile picture, my job title, and some contact info as well. I have like 500 connections, or over 500 connections. And then it has this where you can add a section to your profile, and you can do like an intro about yourself or an about. You can do features, different backgrounds, accomplishments, like if I was in any publications, had any patents, did any specific courses, test scores. You can do, additional information, just any of those. You can add that to that and just fill it out. You have a more options, so you can share a profile and a message. So I could share my profile to somebody else. I could save my profile as a PDF if I wanted to like incorporate it into one of my listing presentations, even anything like that. And you can also build your own resume through this platform. And that's kind of a really cool feature, because if you build your own resume through it, anything that you've inputted into your profile is going to like pull across into that resume. So it makes it kind of easy rather than starting from scratch and building your own from the very beginning again. I don't know about you guys, and I don't know how long it's been since you built a resume, but it is kind of a time-consuming process if you're really wanting to make your resume stand out. So I really like this build a resume feature. And if you guys have a LinkedIn or you're gonna get a LinkedIn, I would encourage you to incorporate a resume into your profile. The next thing is your open to option. This is kind of cool because it just allows you to tell people kind of what you're open to or the reason why you're using your LinkedIn profile. So if I wanted to use my LinkedIn profile to find a new job, I could click on this and I could show recruiters or other people that I'm open to additional work or open to looking for a new job. And it would take my profile and outsource it across the platform to people who are looking for specific things on my platform or on my profile, like specific skills, specific keywords, specific endorsements. And it makes kind of finding a job a lot easier as far as what people are looking for, specifically what recruiters or hiring managers are looking for. I can also tell people that I'm providing a service. So this is something that like I would recommend to you guys as agents, is just showcase the services that you offer to new clients so that they can discover you. So if people are coming on to LinkedIn and interested in like, hooking up with a real estate agent, I will tell you that I know several people who are going kind of this route, looking at different businesses, not necessarily real estate agents, but just different people in different industries before they work with them. So that would be another reason why I would have a LinkedIn, is because people are kind of looking at you on all of your platforms. They might as well be looking at you on LinkedIn on a professional platform, if that makes sense. So again, you can showcase that you're providing services, showcasing that you are a real estate agent in this industry, and that you are, you have great value based off of your profile information. And then lastly, you can show that you are open to hiring as well. So if I wanted to build a profile for Remax Lake of the Ozarks, we could showcase that we were hiring for, real estate agents, admin staff, anything like that. And then people can apply to that. And you can go through and pick and choose different things like that. If you're an agent, especially primary agent, and you've always been interested in maybe hiring on an admin or something, I would definitely, go this route as well as a job ad, because I think that it partners keywords with other people's profiles. So you will definitely get qualified, probably some pretty good job applicants if you do the hiring feature on LinkedIn. So any questions on that? Anything so far? Let's keep going. So then you kind of have your dashboard right here. So again, it shows you, you know, how many people have looked at my profile, how many video views I've had, if somebody has searched for me on Google or on LinkedIn specifically. You can also do like, I can do a creator mode if I wanted to grow my audience and get discovered by highlighting my own content that I'm posting. I can manage my network. I can do some salary insights if I wanted to, which would showcase like how my salary compares to others in the community. And I can also just keep track of like jobs or courses or articles that I have done or am interested in and may not have the time to get to, anything like that. So you do have some pretty cool features in your dashboard. I personally don't use a lot of them. Obviously, my goal with LinkedIn is to not outsource myself to get another job. So I kind of keep all of these off and use it professionally just to help grow my brand and Remax and you guys. So next is a great about section. So you can see kind of like, this is what I have written. Again, guys, you know, anything that you're inputting into your LinkedIn profile, make sure that it is very professional sounding, much like what you would put on a resume or give to somebody in a job interview. So I try to keep all of my wording, all of my posts, anything that I'm doing very professional sounding, because the more professional that you appear, obviously the more you're going to look great on this platform and to your client base that are finding you. So this is just kind of what I wrote a long time ago about me. Sometimes I come in and I just change it up a little bit, but not a whole bunch. Your activity, these are just the posts that I've done. And you can do a see all of all activity where you can kind of scroll through. The cool thing about your activity is you can filter it. So for example, like all activity, it'll just show that like I liked Ron Dodge's posts, or I liked Remax's post. You can do articles, which I don't have any. And then your posts are specific posts that I have done on LinkedIn. And then additionally, any documents that I may have on that I might have shared. So if I wanted to scan a really cool news article and attach it, or if there was, you know, a logo or just anything document wise, you can attach it and share it, and it would show up here underneath your activity. So again, just kind of some really cool features there for you. And then if I go back to my profile after activity, then it gets into your experience. So again, your experience is kind of like a resume where it's kind of your job history. So you can see I have my full job history here. And I even have a little bit more, I think, I don't even know. I try to keep mine just because of what I've learned, you know, through college and just different things. I try to do at least like the last 4 jobs I've had, maybe the last 3, depending on what they are. So, you know, you guys can input, you know, your job history or your real estate experience here as well. And then after your experience, again, it's education. So any education that you might have, I have all of my degrees on here. And you can even put special, you know, like certifications as well in your education. So I know that you guys have to do a lot of continuing education, different things like that. You can definitely input that all in your education field as well, just to help endorse your guys' skill sets as local real estate experts. So pretty cool feature there. And then you also have volunteer experience. So, for example, I've done Big Brother, Big Sister when I was younger. I had a passion for that, so I put that in there. And then I also put our charitable foundation. So if anybody also needs this wording, I can resend. We sent this out, gosh, like 2 years ago for people in our company who had LinkedIn or even other social media platforms to throw out. And if you guys need this, I can send it out again. But, you know, showcasing that you are a part of our community foundation, our charitable foundation is really great. I mean, it just shows that you give back to the community. That's, you know, a big reason why we have it within our organization. So I would highly recommend putting the charitable foundation information on here as well. And then keep going, that gets us into our skills and endorsements. So this is a really cool feature. It's probably one of my favorite features of LinkedIn. And that is just adding new skills. And then people that you are friends with on LinkedIn can come in here and endorse your skills. So for example, let me go back to like my home page. Let's just say that like I worked with Amber, which I do. So if I came into Amber's profile and I really wanted to help her out and just showcase more about her or something, then I can come in here, look at her skills and endorsements, and I can just hit this little button and endorse her. You know, how good is Amber at sales? She's very good, highly skilled. And then how do we know each other? Or how do I know about Amber's skills? Well, we work directly on the same team. Maybe I managed Amber. We work together indirectly, and I could submit that skill. So it just ups Amber's skills and endorsements on her own platform. And I love that feature about LinkedIn is everybody can come into everybody's platforms or profiles and just engage more by endorsing everybody and what their strengths are as far as their own professionalism or working ethic, anything like that. So if you guys have not done that, or if you wanted to, you could use it as a touch with your database as well. I know I personally kind of done that a couple times is, just share your LinkedIn profile and say, hey, I would really love it if you'd go in and, endorse my skills even, or give me a testimonial, anything like that. That will really help, your engagement, your level of gosh, I just lost my train of thought. Just, overall professionalism, things like that. So I would definitely encourage people that follow you to kind of endorse your skills. And another great way of how to get that is if you are a person that goes into other people's profile and endorses their skills. Typically, people will get notified on LinkedIn if somebody has endorsed you on any of these levels. So once you get that notification, what people typically do on this platform is they'll go in and kind of do the same thing. So it's really cool. I really enjoy that. It's really neat. And you can always add your own new skills, or you could take a skills quiz that doesn't last very long and it will identify skills that maybe you didn't even know that you had. So it's pretty neat. And again, you have more accomplishments down here too. I don't do a whole bunch of this, but I should. I mean, again, you can add a publication, a course, a project, an honor or award, test scores, even organizational accomplishments. So any accomplishments that you have, you can put here, which also helps leverage you. And then lastly on your profile is just your interests. So like anything that you're following on LinkedIn, specific groups or specific people, different things like that will show here and just show what you are personally interested in or what you're looking at on LinkedIn personally. So people can, find stuff through you and have similar interests. So. Any questions on just profiles, anything like that you have? You can also like edit your profile, your public profile and your URL if you want it to come up a specific way. I haven't really done too much of that. Like right now, this would be like how my LinkedIn would populate if I wanted to share it, but I could change my name if I wanted to make it like easier. Again, you can add different content to like, for example, your Facebook link, maybe your Instagram link, different things like that. You can change your visibility. So right now I just have my basic stuff. So my name, number of connections and region, my profile picture, and just if it's public, not public, if you want to share it and have others see it or not, you can come in here and just take these out to hide them or throw them back in for people to see them. And you can also create a badge. I don't really know too much about it, but you can promote your profile by adding a badge to your blog, online resume, or website. I assume that's a lot like a logo, essentially. So you can do that as well. Any questions? Anything that maybe I have missed that you guys use LinkedIn for? No? Okay, awesome. Well, again, guys, I would highly encourage you, if you don't have a LinkedIn, to get it. I just think that it is a really great platform. It's probably one of my favorites. I'm not a huge social media person, but you know, I feel like LinkedIn is just a really great, solid place for you know, no BS and being professional and just really lifting others up as far as skills and endorsements and showcasing, you know, your value. So I'm a big proponent for it. Take some time and set up your own if you don't have it. If you need help, let me know, and I will try to walk you through it or get you set up and going. So play around with it. You won't hurt anything, and I hope that it does, you know, bring you some more leads, bring you some more business, and get you out there a little bit more. So that's all I got today. If you have any questions, let me know. But I appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe, because I was